What is going on, collectors? Optical 20 back for another video. Man, Hot Toys is keeping me busy this week. Thank God I'm always home nowadays. But Wolverine Jacket version from Wolverine and Deadpool. And once available, you can pre-order this at bigbadtoystore.com. I'll put the link down below when it's available. But right now, let's take a look. Man, the body looks amazing for a Hot Toys figure, right? We're not used to seeing them do, at least for now, we're yet to see it with Bane. A Hot Toys figure that is seamless, that has this much detail in the body, and it looks like it could move as well. It looks phenomenal. I like the battle damage to it, but is it just me, or the head sculpt looks like it's photoshopped? I'm sure it's not. But what I'm trying to say is that it doesn't feel like it belongs to this body. And I get it. They want to reuse the head sculpt because it's a beautiful head sculpt. But for some reason, I don't know why. Maybe the neck is exposed and maybe the head. There's something about it that kind of looks off to me. Still going to get it because it's anything that is Wolverine, I am going to get. But I just can't help to think because it's kind of like, maybe they should have made something different. And that's okay. I don't mind it. It's just an observation. But the jacket is cool. I am worried about the zipper action because we've seen this get damaged over time, with Hawkeye, different figures where the bottom part of the zipper just flares out and now you can't zip it up. I don't see a whole lot of people displaying him with the jacket on, though, because why would you hide this beautiful craftsmanship off the body with blood and all the details in it, right? But with that being said, that's included. So I would have preferred a magnet on that one. Just so, or maybe the bottom part, make it metal so it doesn't flare out. It doesn't look like that's the case, but hey, it is what it is. The torso is, look at that, muscular silicone upper body from neck to arms. And look at those cuts and bruises and blood. Just looks glorious in this figure. Now the head sculpt is the same head sculpt as we are getting from the Wolverine. However, there's a few, bloods and a little bit of cut in there, which is awesome. I wish it would have been more pronounced to make a separation between the Wolverine and this. So you could, if you wanted to go this route and take this head sculpt, maybe put it on the other one, you could do so. The pants is all dirtied up. You can see his helmet, his mask. It has blood in it. I like the overall look of this guy right here. Because like I said, it's totally different from the other Wolverine that we're getting. So I am all for it. With that being said, I wish would have gotten maybe a different expression of head sculpt. But I get what they're trying to do. Utilize this beautiful head sculpt that they have and make the most out of it. And in here, I can't even get mad because we are getting a specialized body. So even if you're saying, hey, Ray, they're recycling the head sculpt, which that's exactly what they're doing. They put a little blood on it. I would have loved a screaming Wolverine, like the mad, angry Wolverine, because it just fits the narrative here where battle damage, all bloodied up. I'm sure there's a scene where he's just screaming. That's what I would have preferred. But I get what they're trying to do. With that being said, I don't know if this is going to be for everyone, but hear me out. If you are getting the, because we discussed this before, you could buy two Wolverines, right, to display the head sculpt and the mask version. Now you don't have to buy or pre-order the other Wolverine because you could technically just get that in this. I think that's a perfect combo for that because it is a shame not to display this head sculpt. And then we're all waiting for the masked Wolverine. So for me, this is kind of like Vader. If you're getting the 40th anniversary Vader, and then you get the battle damage Vader. Of course, that's not for everyone, some people doesn't have the means or, the funds or the display space to display two Wolverines. And I totally get that. But if you are a massive fan of Vader, of Wolverine, of these characters, I think you can make a valid argument to go with both because they're two different sort of entity at that point, or two different looks altogether, that you can't replicate this look from the other Wolverine and vice versa. So I like the fact that this is a bit extreme in terms of, like how different that is. It would have been a lot better if it's a different head sculpt, because now you have 3 Wolverine head sculpt, but we'll get it. I'll get it. I don't mind at this point. But for me, the priority is if you are only planning to get one, of course, it's the regular version Wolverine. Because, swappable arm, and the deluxe version, swappable arms, second head sculpt. You can change the pieces as well with bullet holes and all that stuff. That is just amazing. Now, with this one, it's more of a specialized, if you are just a big fan of, or if you want a Wolverine. And I hope as well, and this is just me thinking out loud, I hope the skin tone matches the Days of Future Past. Because I don't know, maybe you can remove the boots. This would be a good version for Days of Future Past. Not that you should make that. Pop the head off for that one to this. And then, that scene where he was in the hotel, maybe change the claws to the bone claw. And I don't know if you can, pop the jeans on this one as well. But that's an option. You can maybe make that look. I don't know, just if you're being just creative at that point. Because I do have the 1979 Days of Future Past. So, hey, that's another option that you could do perhaps. But that would all depend on the skin tone, right? Because the neck area to the face, if it doesn't match and he's all bare, then it's not going to look as good. But if the hands also, because that has bone claw, you match it up with this, and then you pop that head sculpt, or maybe just leave this head sculpt altogether, that would be a nice display. That would, I'm not going to lie. And then you put jeans on him. That particular scene, though. But I'm happy with this. I'm all for anything Wolverine Deadpool announcement. Hey, Sabretooth, he came out, put him out. Who was the other guy? Anybody from that film. I don't care if they have a big role, small role. I would love to see them all. I might not buy them all, but I would love to see them all. Anything this big of a magnitude of movie. Look at that pose right there with the torso, with his traps and his back. My goodness, looking good. I haven't seen him with his arms up though, with this body. So we shall see, but I'm all for it. But thank you for watching. Let me know in the comments how you feel about this figure. Are you going to pick this up? Thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one.